Hello, and welcome back to the first week of RGL Invite Season 5 Sixes. I'm Shears. I'm joined today by Nick the Giant, my co-caster, and Looser200 on production. And our match today will be KUOD Damage versus Whole Lot of Kronge. What do you think of these two teams, Nick?
I am excited to get into it. These two teams it's a mix. KUOD Damage is a mix of a whole bunch of players from Div 2 as well as some from Div 1 and I believe just one from Invite last season. But then Kronge was coming in as the Division 1 champions with basically the exact same roster, moving up to Invite. So should be a good one. Kronge have been playing together for a little bit longer than a lot of the players on KUOD Damage, but it definitely should be a fun one to get into. We're playing on
Yeah,
CP Process tonight, which will be a fun one too.
we'll be on the refresh version, I believe, F7. Anyway, just taking us down this KUOD Damage roster. Lucrative's making his return to Invite Medic after a couple seasons off. He played RGL Invite seasons 1 and 2 on Medic with Mad Luxurious, I believe. He didn't play season 3. Last season, he led a team into the top 4 as a demo man in Div 2, but now he's back on his main. Got stock on demo, picked up Alexandros on their soldier from football team. Paul Dog and joining Lucrative from the box tap. Got Phone from Stock Market and Ed from last season's iteration of Global Clan on the other scout role.
And I guess that'll lead me into introducing Kronge. So as I said, most of these guys did play together last season. And those would be, we've got Bwelp and Animus on Scout, Skele and Ali Skele on a Roamer, Ali on Pocket, and then the demo being Nomi and the medic being Platinum. The only player that did not play with them last season was Animus. He played with the Bradman bunch last season in Div 1. So all Div 1 players moving up to Invite this season. I guess that's really it. There's mainly the same squad for them, so nothing really changed there.
Yeah. Nomi, his main is not Demo Man, but he, after a season of tearing it up with Div 1 on the class, he's elected to stay. But I believe most of the rest of the roster is returning to their mains from their off-class adventures. So I'll be looking forward to see how this unit performs as a group. I expect a lot of good focus fire and established chemistry out of them. We are just waiting for teams to finish setting up the server. Looks like we are going to the correct version of process, so we should be getting into game shortly. What do you think is going to happen? What is your prediction?
I feel like this is probably the safe bet here, but I would say Kronge is going to take it home. In terms of the score, I would probably put it maybe, I'm going to say like 4-2 in favor of Kronge. They have been playing together a lot. They've got more of the higher division players from last season moving up to Invite compared to a lot of the Div 2 players, part of KUOD Damage. So I'm going to say it's going to be Kronge. We could see some shakeups. They're all good
Likewise,
players on both sides,
I'm,
but
I'm going to one-up you and say it's going to be 5-1 for Rondrome.
okay, okay.
I think just the established chemistry for them is going to be too much. They may be quad damage under the main calling of. I actually don't know if he's main calling, but he main called on demo last season and is known for having a huge brain. Lucrative is Yoda. I am. I'm really wording this obtusely, but Lucrative, really smart player, and they may be able to pull some shenanigans and sneak out a couple rounds. So that's what I expect from this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the story here is that we've got a winning Div 1 team moving up to Invite. They proved themselves last season winning Div 1, which puts them a guaranteed spot at Invite, really. And then we see just kind of a mismatch of players from Div 1 and Div 2, some of which have played Invite before, some of which have played at higher divisions before, moving up. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see that kind of chemistry and then just kind of how the skill levels balance out between the two teams, right? You'd expect on paper the higher division team being Kronge will be able to take it home, but we'll see maybe we'll see some other stuff. Maybe we'll see some interesting plays. We are getting people in servers, so it seems like we're going to be starting shortly.
Yep, 12 in server. Waiting on teams to get ready. Everyone is on their mains for the most part. Have there been any other invite matches played to this point? I think we're starting tonight.
No,
Okay.
this is these are the first invite matches. We actually have multiple invite matches going on tonight. I'm not sure exactly who, but
Yeah, I believe over on the RGL stream it's Witness Gaming versus Global Clan Ice. If I'm correct? Yes. Producers telling me that that is indeed the case. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's exciting to have an invite with 10 teams after last season where we were down to 6 or 5 by the end of the season.
yeah, the 6-team invite was not fun. Each team played each other 3 times. So it's nice to have a full 10 here, slightly more. But
I'm being told that we will go live in 90 seconds. What do you think is going to happen this first mid? I'm
I
really
want to
putting
see.
you on the spot there. Sorry.
I know. I want to see roamers from either side. I don't care if it's Alex or Skelly. I want to see them just go ham fast bomb flying through choke, landing on the other pack, and some interesting things going on. Maybe not a demo kill. Maybe demos are playing it safe. Maybe we'll go see a quick demo pick for one side or the other. But I want to see some fast aggression. I don't know about what team yet. I haven't seen these guys play.
Yeah.
But I want to see some fast aggression on this first mid. Process is a pretty wide open one, so see a lot of dancing around the point.
The meta recently has definitely been about soldiers getting there fast and denying the demo. Like, and as a demo main myself, like when the soldier just comes and steals your pack on that side or pressures you back, like it kind of messes with your plan to start the mid. Like you plan to go one side and there's just a soldier in your face and you either die or have to back up.
And as you finish that note, we are getting ready. We are starting in just one moment. So we're going to be heading into this first mid. You know what? I'll take it away for this first one. And I'm going to watch Good Boy Stock, see what he's able to do. But yeah, I'm ready for this first mid of Season 5.
Awesome.
We hop out here, both teams just experiencing. We do. Oh man, I called it. I did see Skelly coming in nicely. Gets the pick on the start and going to the next mid. We do see the traits. We do see the 5-5, the big air shot.
Oh my god.
Gets Alexander really low and he has to back out. Looks like there's going to be a slightly better mid in favor of blue here as they push in. They are up in position. They are down. One more play. We do see another big bomb coming in for Alex, but gets some damage off of the medic Platinum, but he is safe. Another bomb comes and gets the pick out of the medic as we do see the. And there we go. Yeah, they're starting to back out here. KUOD is leaving.
They're committing for their med.
They're committing.
Lucrative doesn't have. He's only at 80.
And Lucrative gets picked at the end, so that's going to be both medics down. That's going to be a pretty decent, sizable ad for Platinum as we head into this next fight.
Yeah. Bulldog's still waiting in hotbox in the quad damages second, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get a pick. Maybe try to grab the medic, but he is spotted.
He gets seen. We have lost the control point. So not much
1v1s. Oh, now it's a 3v1, and he gets melted.
Yeah, no, it's not a very favorable fight. We do see it is even Uber advantage here, so nobody's gonna have a sizable advantage. We do see people a little bit wanting to come into mid here, but I guess we're just sitting on this process stalemate like we all know and love.
Yep. So I expect to see a sack here at some point. How do you think KUOD will react to the sack? Do you think They're just gonna do the basic roamer counter sack. I mean, that tends to be how this map goes, but
yeah, I would expect. I mean, either a roamer counter sack or a scout counter sack to switch off to sniper if they wanted, but I'm gonna just assume it's just gonna be a standard roamer sack. Just like that, we do see some people trying to peek over in IT, but as of right now, looks like they've rotated heals over. Oh, and the trap goes off, and Skelly gets caught by Stock's trap. We do see the roamer coming through, but Isaac gets melted by the stickies high up there in choke.
That was a great ragdoll.
So I guess those were the sacks.
He was phoned home by AT.
Skelly might switch or might hold the door open for somebody, but it doesn't look like that. Looks like he's coming back down. We're not going to see any funny classes come out for this stalemate.
Kronge are peeking sewer a bit, but they do decide to back off and reset for now. Here comes the soldier sack. Gets good damage onto Stock, but ultimately just gets juggled away.
Pollock's already in there, and they go trading each other, so that's the sacks for this little round
and
here.
They're going to 2v1 the scout. Getting a pick, but this... No.
Wait, so we are going to see an Uber exchange happening here. Blue did pop slightly earlier. It's just going to be a little solo Uber for each side. This is going to be in the favor of Ready, but the position just not there. They have everybody down. They're able to take advantage off of those two players being picked in IT.
Gets in on their medic. They've got players in. Oh, and Skelly just doesn't quite get that last rocket off. They may try to re-push off that. And
yeah, it's looking like they want to. Did you see a lot of picks going in favor of quad damage? They do get two, but they do get the trade onto Paul Dog. So we are seeing it is even Ubers with a slight add in favor of lucrative and quads. We do see
Jonathan Michael takes off phone on sniper.
I think he was, where was he sitting here? I guess he's just sitting on point there. So this is going to put the advantage in favor of, or positional advantage in favor of
and he takes out
lucrative. Gets through.
Soldier's going to counterbomb him to sewer, but he's just going to get shredded. There's 4 players in there. Stock, low health, might get caught out here as well. Yep. And Kronge coming up on full Uber, like, this is a really advantageous position for them. I expect them to take this round.
Yeah, we do see the sentry gun coming up, but doesn't cover all of point. They're able to get some of the Uber does get popped as they go here and try to focus down this gun. Sentry does go down as we do see one down for each side. Uber fades and it looks like they're possibly in position, but the soldier comes in and getting a lot of damage. The
spawners
so close,
coming through.
The spawners came through. They weren't able to get all the frags they wanted. Platinum might be able to get out of here live. He is
Nobody's
getting
committing,
chased by Ed.
Yeah.
But I guess that is a hold, so what you said was not true. You were expecting them to take this nice and easy, but they're able to hold it.
The spawners came in and they were able to just fight the Uber and get on the point just in time. Jonathan Michael back on the scout class for Kronge. Billy counterbombs the choke. Doesn't get the med pick. Might be able to pick off that scout, but he backs off.
We do see phone peeking. Everybody's committing into this fight. We do see a slight ad for lucrative here, roughly 30% as we go into this fight. Looks like they're getting bullied out with that one pick they had earlier. So it does look like, and as I say that, Stock and Amps and Alley all go down. That's going to be multiple players down in favor of, or multiple players down for blue, so they're going to have to get out of that fight. We do see the Uber coming up for lucrative and the rest of quad, but they might, no, looks like they're not going to be able to do much with this. They do see Paul trying to go for that peak, maybe a sack, as we do see the Uber up for both teams. So I guess back to the stalemate unless anybody gets caught here.
Yeah, both teams just gonna heal back up. Nice bow onto that soldier from lucrative. There's a trade that happens. Soldier's getting in free spam from IT. That is
the Uber got
Skelly.
Forced. The Uber got forced for Platinums. They're gonna be able to try to get in here, but they're just gonna take this Uber back in with this. Just a scout double Uber here as they get the pick on of Yambo, or not Yambo, sorry, Platinum as well as Nomis. That's gonna be the medic and demo down. It's only the 2 scouts in here right now, as Paul does come in to try to provide some assistance. But heals are here. This is going to be a fight 1 in favor of KUOD. But
they'd be able to swing this into second with no demo or med up.
Yeah, the med and demo just spawned. They're going to swing. They are roughly a 30-ish ad, so they're going to take it in here. If they build this up quickly, they might be able to fight it, but it looks like they are actually going to fight this on second, not give it up for free here.
Kelly gets some free spam from IT, and
Stock and Phone both go down, though. That's not what you want to see. This They still have the Uber ability.
No, he bombs it super aggressively, dies for it.
I don't know about that one, as they are down 2 players. We do see Soldier coming in to bomb onto Lucrative, but Skelly isn't able to do anything with that, as we do see the Uber coming up for Lucrative.
Get on a 9K, cleaning up the bombers. And they're going to push right back in now that they have another 2-man ad. Here come the soldiers.
While they're getting stuffed by those scouts, he gets saved with the Uber, so both Ubers do get traded off here. Looks like Blue's going to win this positionally. And off player-wise as Ed goes down on the flank. So that is going to be only 5 up for KUOD damage. Looks like they want to take this in through choke here again. There's a lot of things that you see Soldier come
blasted.
Through.
Lands on the pack though. Ali going to continue to survive this fight. Lots of players on Kronge low, but 3 players dead. 1 just respawning for KUOD damage, and they'll get forced off the mid here.
Yeah, a big rocket came down onto Lucrative at the end there and got him down to pretty low sub, I believe 50 health. So good thing that they're able to get out of there alive, keep this even Ubers. We do see soldiers coming flying through into Al-Qaeda. Looks like we're just continue with this spam fight. We're not really settling for a large stalemate here, as both Ubers are going to come up in just 1 second.
Yeah, both these teams seem eager to take aggressive fights and reluctant to let it slow down into a stalemate too much. I like that. I like that as a caster. Makes for quality TF2.
Yeah. Process is kind of one of those stalematy maps. You can see a lot of stalemates on this second point hold. So
4 players flood into red IT. Don't manage to catch phone, but certainly gave him a heart attack.
Ooh, but
Soldier's going to spam out. Jonathan Michael
does get picked. Oh, and Ali goes down as well. So that's going to prompt a push for KUOD damage here. They are 2 players up.
Clearing the sticks and choke. They take too long though. Kronge spawners are going to come in again.
Lots of players are low too, as well as Paul goes up down at the end. Ike does get killed, but Phone goes down as low as well. They lose him. Yeah, this is going to swing in the favor again. I don't know if they took it a little bit too slow there or what, but just damage came through. The bomb comes in, does get the force on the medic. So it's up to them to try to get something. Ooh, big damage. They stuffed that soldier while he is Ubered. Scoutbot is going to get the pick onto Ali there. Phone's able to get that one. So they are only 3 up with heals right now, but they do have Uber. As they wait for their spawners to get back, they can try to use this to push in, but looks like they don't want to give this up for free.
Kronge still have full Uber advantage here. Phone
somehow gets that pick.
Yeah, that's a really good pick, considering that was a 2v1. They are going to use in through upper IT here, and obviously KUOD damage want no part of that.
Nope, they're out of there as soon as possible. Unless you're going to switch the favor of the Ubers to a 60 or 50% ad in favor of Lucrative and the rest of the KUOD team. So maybe they'll be able to use that to push out as Stock gets a lucky little pipe onto Animus, capping the point. But I guess that doesn't really mean much in this scenario, as they do know they have a pretty fat Uber dis ad.
Yeah, we'll see if KUOD chooses to use this advantage and try to push out. Still no rounds on the board for either teams. Oh, and Phone gets picked off in Hotbox.
And we do actually see the sniper for Jonathan Michael here, so he is trying to see if he gets something done. The Uber ad is fading to around 50% now. So if they're able to do something, that's good, but it looks like they're being pretty content just holding it. They're spamming a little bit, but
yeah, Stock getting his traps set up in lobby. This is a hold. Phone checking the off classes, so they know there's a sniper now.
Yep, no, their off classes there. So they didn't go for heavy or anything. They already have this Uber ad. is going to be evened out here as the Uber is got the head. They know they have that time. He's not going to try to peek those sight lines here, but just continue into this process last stalemate.
On the Jonathan Michael cam, the soldier gets juggled, but does somehow trade with him, so I don't expect anything to come of that except maybe another sack. Little bird has whispered into my ear that Alexandros is running Contra, but he dies straight away, and they Uber in through one.
Nice
pop
Uber
comes
gets
out.
Popped. It doesn't look like much is going to happen here, just a exchange of Ubers.
The scout's getting
Palladium
caught.
does go down though. That is not what you want to see. That is just going to completely halt the push. It's completely halt the push, and they're just going to...
Skelly's hiding behind barrels.
Oh. Jonathan Michael almost got caught up by the trap there. Nobody knows Skelly's there, so he can... Oh, but they've got people watching last, so... Skelly's most likely not going to be able to get that as... he sees him, and he's getting out of there, so...
Yeah.
Unsuccessful.
Goes for a bomb on the point where all the players are stacked up, but jumping into two scouts, man, like they just turn around and melt him, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, to say the least, as we do head to the second mid-fight. But the Kronge boys are out of there as soon as possible. They know they have Uber disad and the player disad as well. So we are going to head into this. Lucrative coming up in Uber in just 1 second. He's probably only shortly back. We do see Skelly in with the bomb quick. Lucrative gets a nice serve as the bomb comes out. But that's the sack for Kronge. I won't be surprised to see another sack coming as Paul goes in,
nice shot.
Gets headshot as you do see the Ubers are exchanged. It is 2 down. It's 2 down for Kronge here, so they might be able to take this after the fight.
Caught in. They pick him off. Soldiers try to bomb him to save him, but it's too late. They're committing to this fight, though. Quad damage are, but it looks like with the heal advantage, they'll just get let out.
Yeah, Luke was low. Skelly
Head on
comes
5 health, stock on 25.
Again. Yeah, Paul is most likely going to be cleaned up here unless he gets out.
It's going to come in from their sewer. He's on the medic.
Oh.
Gets putting him down to 20 health,
Phone
18.
going for the deep. Phone tried to go for the hero shot there, wasn't able to get it done. Looks like he's going to be able to get out alive, but this momentum is just completely changed here. We do see Alex getting a pick onto Naomi, but he does get traded off as we do see Uber at roughly 70% in favor of Platinum and only 20% for Lucrative, so it's a pretty sizable ad.
Naomi gets punished there for being a little too aggressive, but it'll work out since he'll be grouping up with his team in time for this Uber, I think. Looks like they're taking lobby. They may go 4 or 5 here. Gun's up on last, but if they go 4 or 5, they should be able to spam it pretty easily.
Yeah, they use it nice and early. The gun does go down to the sticks of Naomi as they do try to take the fight onto the team that's holding all the way up there. Lucrative stays alive. He's at 80%. Looks like they might be able to hold this here. Jonathan Michael and Naomi all go down, as well as Platinum as they full. But Lucrative gets killed at the very end. I'm guessing roughly around 90%. That's unfortunate. That completely equalizes the fight, though. Probably won't be able to roll this into mid, as they are actually going to delay some spawns.
Yeah. This gives them a shot at least taking some space here. Looking like a really rock solid hold on Uber disad until Lucrative died, but they're still happy to completely wipe out the other team.
Looks like Paul Dog is trying to get in here. Gets 1 rocket on.
2 rockets.
Another one. He's so low. Platinum's so low, but he is able to get alive. As you see, Paul Dog gets caught up in show. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bomb coming through.
Quad damages players are low, and here they come. They're bombing Nomi as well.
The full team bots, they do get the right
asserting
he
their
does
space.
Get picked. That's 2 down. That's the demo and the medic down. That's the 2 most important class in a fight like this. As Ed does get picked. Did you see another soldier bombing in? Alex trying to get something done. Isn't. Phone low, trying to get those 1v1s going.
To clean up the scout. Skelly's running in with the stick.
Paul Dog got 7 health with the right, that gets
2
the
rockets
rockets.
for med.
Paul Dog was at 7 health and he dropped the medic.
Just
2
double
clean
directs.
directs.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Do you see Ali try to salvage something?
But Lucrative's in spawn.
Stock.
He's not going to come out of spawn there.
Nope, and that is going to be
Jonathan Michael
hold.
crab walking in the last, but he's going to get spotted.
Fight's going on for a very long time, but everybody is
You're
able
not
to...
an endangered species.
There are too many scouts in this game. Don't need any more of those. So we do see it is a two-player advantage here in favor of KUOD as they roll here into mid. They're going to bully them out, but it is going to be a pretty free take as nobody gets picked off here as the spam comes through to choke. Kind of what you expect. 2 players down. Nomi's cut low, is able to get out of lives.
Jonathan Michael on sniper again. We saw him get a pick here last time in the same situation.
The more defensive sniper, so see if he's able to get anything done. You do see Ed does go down, so that is 1 scout down, but they do get the trade onto Skellig. That's 1 down for each team. They should know there's John Mike's sniper as the Ubers do get traded. Phone does go down, but other than that, no trades just yet as the Ubers start to fade at choke. Animus is just toying with him at choke, it looks like there.
Just
having fun.
Jumping on the stickies. Looks like Jonathan Michael did switch off, and may just go back into stalemate here briefly. Phone's going on sniper, so yes, that will be the case. Still no rounds for either of these teams. We're almost 20 minutes deep in the first half. I like this. Like it has, well.
It is not what we came to think. This is not the game we predicted. I think we both predicted a more decisive game in favor of Kronge, but
yeah,
beef last pushes for both teams, and some misplays here and there. We're all not perfect, but as we head into this, both Ubers are up as Phone is on sniper. So
yeah,
just looking to him for some hero shot maybe.
Hasn't been particularly stalematey either. Like, we've been back and forth to both last multiple times. Like, there's definitely some games where it'll be ages before anything happens. Like, a team's just on last. Paul dug craters somewhere. I think that was on the flank.
Over in IT as the Uber does get used.
They've used through and killed 2, but Red hasn't Ubered yet, and they will pop back in, wrapping through the blue choke and back onto mid. This is a really strange exchange, and I think quad damage is going to get picked apart.
They're going to get absolutely mulched.
Oh my god. The scout. Boulder trying to come in and salvage, but he's like, this is 5v1.
He's going to be caught on. This is going to be a late spawn for him. I guess that was such a weird one. They pushed through the Ubered early. I think they got 1 pick as they rolled this in here to second. And I don't know, that's really weird. And they caught him out in sewer kind of alone with the combo. And then they had still players behind. They are going to be rolling in.
Well, they knew Phone was on sniper, so they were able to pick off 2 players. And they were like, well, one of their 4 remaining is a sniper. And we win the DM fight off that. And they will roll into last with this Uber ad that they gained from that fight.
There is
not really focusing the gun yet.
They finally do it. It does get healed up, but the gun's not down. The Uber's over. They do get 1 pick on Animus, so that is 1 down as for the pushing team. As it looks like they're most likely going to roll this out unless they get any surprising picks.
Like they didn't.
Yeah, this is.
They never killed the gun.
Ooh, Ali's going to get caught though. That's going to be too. You just got to get out here now. You just got to get out. Uber's going to be coming up soon for lucrative. Don't lose any more players. Nice rocket. Does get Nomi.
The crazy air shot on Nomi. And just Andron players dropping like flies. 3 up remaining.
They might have been able to prevent this by backing out earlier, but they're able to get out. They do still have Uber, or lucrative still has Uber in favor of quad here, so it does look like they're going to be able to get Uber as for Platinum as well. It's like we might be heading to another little stalemate here. But as we've seen, we haven't seen many large stalemates. As we do see people moving through Al-Qaeda. So it looks like they want to take this fight nice and early.
They're all on low ground still, though. Lucrative low, he gets forced. Letting him uses with 2 scouts in his back. That was a little risky, but they're getting in on their demo. And the rest of Kronge collapsing on whatever players are left.
Yeah, this is kind of exactly the fight you want to take. Platinum lives, lucrative dies, and everybody else on the team dies as well. So, looks like just 1 scout. He's being pesky, Phone is, but
fighting 2 soldiers. It deals good damage to both of them, but will eventually get cleaned up. And will they deny forwards? Yes. With 1 second left on the spawners, Kronge Realm will deny those forward spawners, and that should give them the space they need to get in and take the second point.
Yeah, we see them. They do have roughly 30% odds, so it is a pushable amount of Uber advantage to go off of here. But by the way things are going, something's got to change with all of these Ubers. Maybe they have to force the gun down, as we do see Ed hopping on Eng in the same spot we usually see. So maybe they got to focus down that gun more, as last time they weren't able to. But
Pulling
as
up
we
on
go
100%
here,
now, and they do
they
use in
it nice
instantly,
and early.
focusing the gun, getting
Gun
stickies
does
on
go down.
point.
Big spam up to the top left. There's Ludwig does go down, does go low here as we do see a heavy for Ed. He does get the pick on Ali. Skelly does go down as well. They do get the trade on Paul Dog, but Ludwig gets a nice little arrow onto Nomi. Alex looks like he wants to try to get something done, isn't able to. But that's another beefed last push.
Animus is still in. He kills 2. Oh my god, he's still fighting.
Still fighting, able to get some picks, but
Gives more than enough distraction to allow Pladinium to escape. Really well done. Oh my god, Ali
goes and gets lucrative. Lucrative jobs there. Ali just came in, bombed him, dropped him, and gets out alive. So big plays by him as they're coming in here now with
the
the
scout caught in sewer. They focus them together. Nicely played.
Yeah, now
Paul
that's
Dog's in IT, I think. They may
Paul
just
Dog
ignore him.
Paul Dog is behind him. Yeah, if they just ignore him, they're going to most likely use it early here once they get it.
They've got another Uber ad push here.
As they do come in, they do have the gun up, but the gun
Focus
is
the gun
going
down
up pretty
again.
quickly.
And the heavy, they keep popping the heavy out once the Uber is ending. And he does get focused down this time. Okay, that's...
Yeah, phone and Paul Dog looks like they're going to flood out a point here.
Oh, they just...
Oh, the point is so close.
Stock doing massive damage.
But
oh my god. Stock! Soda bombs in, trying to salvage. Stock's 1 health.
Ed with the one. Ed! Oh, and it's just one person left. Skelly gets it. What a crazy last push. And that's the first round of the game. Goes in favor of Kronge with 5 minutes left. That took 25 minutes to take.
Extremely scrappy fight. Went down to single digits of health. And we're already at this next mid fight. This momentum is not stopping. Both soldiers fast bombing the crates. Wall damage kind of stuck in this corner. Lucrative getting bombed.
Oh, but
does manage to surf it out.
Kronge's gonna getting pinched. They might get the frag.
They've gone into the other team's sewer, and the scouts will clean it up.
So they're not gonna have any heals as they try to bomb in here. Platinum also goes down at the end there, so not ideal. As we do see Nomi kind of alone. Alex is around half health over in sewer. It looks like Alex is most likely getting a bit caught out. Maybe he's get the pick onto Animus. He's so low, 6 health. And
Alexander's still juking.
He lives! He juked him out and lives with 6 health in sewer.
Broke his ankles. My god, that's unbelievable. And they are going to recommit off that. Alexander's flying in with a new, fresh buff. He's going to get a pick on Ali, and bomb in from Skelly gets focused down, and they'll retake the mid off that.
Yeah, both soldiers dying are gonna... It's not gonna spell a good fight for either, as we do see even Ubers.
I think they'll just force them out here, yeah. And Kronge wanting nothing to do with that fight on second, as they shouldn't. Jonathan Michael checking off classes.
And
both teams will have
there
Uber.
Yeah, no classes different right now. No funny classes. Both Ubers do get up, so we might see an NG or a heavy come up before this comes in. But
4 minutes left in the half here.
Yeah, the KUOD needs to get something done if they want to be able to tie this up and send this. Or we are going to go to a second half after this. But I mean, if they want to be able to keep this like that, they gotta go into quick. Looks like they are going to take it in through 5. Uber's not popped just as they do get the force early. As the Uber does get popped for both teams who go into this fight. It is going to be fading soon, and there it is. It gets faded. They do have the heavy jump. Michael is doing a lot of damage. He is barely being touched, and it looks like this is going to be a last hold. So great job by them. They weren't able to get the focuses they needed. The heavy stayed up and got lots of damage after the Uber faded. And this is back to the second hold.
Nice pick
As
on
I say that,
Animus.
yeah, that's actually really good. That's gonna stop the aggression from Kronge as they wanted to kind of head out here because they had a player advantage, but that pick is gonna even it back up. And they actually have a player did set here. The gun goes to gun.
Oh, they're just walking
down.
into 5. The scout's on the point, getting cap time.
They're taking this through. Oh, Paul goes through. The soldiers get the bomb in, get the pick onto Lucrative.
But look at the players. There's 2 up.
Just 2 up. John Michaels at 6 health. Isn't able to get it. And they're going to get the round before the end of the half. We are tied up 1-1 now.
They just took a dry fight through 5. Like, Lucrative dies early into that, but they just have superior numbers after that, and they grind it out for the win.
Yeah, some good soldier bombs focus down that demo and that medic at the end. They're able to get some good picks as we head into
Skelly
this
fast onto
third
their demo.
Skelly goes fast. Isn't able to get anything done. Does get some damage to provide his team to get in there. But more so to take a slower
They have
mid,
all the high ground right now off that.
Yeah, they get almost all the high ground, but looks like it's actually kind of being traded out here. As we do see Ed does go down here. Oh, as well as Pollux. That's going to be in favor of Kronge here. They're all kind of stacked in this corner. Bombs do come through.
Oh no.
Rockets, Lucrative do as
feels
well.
so bad.
Yeah, this is not the position you want to be in. Lucrative as well as Stock go down, so it's just Phone stuck in there in the blue sewer for now. So this is going to be expecting a full wipe here and a full kind of roll to last. Phone is still behind, so it's going to be a 5v6 no matter what fight they take here. As Phone does go down, so this is going to even up players when they do get the spawns, but this is a full Uber ad here.
That feels so bad as the team that loses that mid, because once you rotate to the other side, you're screwed. They will Uber in here. Yeah. Lots of sticks on the point. These sticks need to be cleared if they want cap time.
Luke is going to get caught out, though. Luke gets caught out. The demo does go down. So this is going to be the point in favor of Kronge, as I guess that's kind of it for the mid here. It's pretty hard to roll in less than a minute. So this is going to be, I mean, I don't want to call it early,
time
but
for this half.
Yeah, effectively garbage time. So it's going to be 2-1 in favor of Kronge as we head into the second half.
We'll see what they do for the logs on this mid. Fast bomb again.
Logs. Ooh. He lives all, he doesn't live. Tried to surf it there, fader. But it's not crazy. This shot at garbage time goes for the damage. There's only 30 seconds left in the game so far. If this was an actual mid, this would be the weirdest and scrappiest mid so far. But you do see Luke nearly goes down there from Jonathan Michael, but they're calling a good half here as you do see the mid gets taken, but that was a slow one. That was slow in the sense that it went all the way to 30 minutes, but not slow in the sense that there was constant action throughout that half.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like there's definitely some games where it's a stalemate and like a 0-0 score, and most of it is just sitting on one team's last while the pushing team sacks one player, sacks 2 players, and then the other team fails to push out. Like, could have been a really boring game, but like this was pretty exciting. Lots of back and forth. These teams figuring out how to make the last pushes work towards the end of the half here. We do have logs up on stream now. Let's get into these.
All right. What is the deciding factor here? Anubis gets a solid 9k damage, which is 9.3k damage. That is nuts. That is a lot of damage. Not just cleaning up and getting 33 frags, but also 9.3k damage.
Yeah, Animus.
Absolutely crazy.
Animus a constant thorn in KUOD damage's side during that match. Definitely a couple situations there where he lived when he way longer than he should have. I think there's a failed last push where he bought all the time in the world for his medic to escape by killing 2 players in like a 4v1. Really strong performance from him.
Yeah, comparing the 2 demos damage, Nomi had 7.3k damage, whereas Stock had just 7.1. So it's pretty similar between them. Nomi took a little bit more damage too, But I mean, just looking at the overall frags here, 97 frags for the Kronge Realm team, as quad damage only has 88. So only 10 more kills.
Yeah.
And I mean, on
I think
that,
I feel like
Platinum only had
that's
9 deaths compared to the 14 from Lucrative. So, what you'd kind of expect, though, in the winning
yeah.
team.
Like the established roster of Cronge showing that their chemistry together with like which I believe is just superior focus fire, getting a few more kills than quad damage did. And the damage is about the same overall. On quad damage side, Ed leading Ed, aka KJK, KJ Quad. I'm not sure how you pronounce that alias, but I just know the end is Quad. Leading his team with 22 kills.
Yeah, I mean, both medics have a frag. So, solid by both medics. We do see more damage um, coming out for Platinum. So, a medic diff there, slightly more damage. But all jokes aside, pretty good by both teams. You do see more of the frags coming out for Kronge, as I said before. Kind of what we expected. They are the winning team right now. But I mean, that took full time. So anything could really happen in this next match. It was long and grindy, lots of back and forth. But yeah, that was a good half. That was a solid half of TF2.
Yeah. We're pulling up these medic stats here. I'm going to let Nick talk about these because he is a medic main, and I know a little bit less about this topic. Even
I am
though
a dirty, dirty med main.
Nick is beaming me most of the time when we play together.
Looking at this, we do see a whole 16 Ubers for Platinum compared to the only 10 from Lucrative. That is crazy. I guess that makes sense when you have, I believe that was like 5 more deaths. So it's like one more, each death was another Uber that Platinum had advantage on. Similar in terms of total heals, only 2,000. That all that kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
Um, a
One
lot more
stat's
spread
popping
out
out to me,
heal too. The heal
like,
spread is a lot more for Lucrative. We don't see anybody being hard beamed. We do see obviously Alex being healed a little bit more than stock, but
yeah, it's been a while
yeah,
since I've seen a soldier get top heals on any team.
especially a
Well,
map like Process. Process, you usually see more soldiers going for pretty fun bombs, or you got those fun ramps all over the place. Usually, this is a map you'd see a little bit more roamery pocket play, but I guess not for quad.
yeah. One thing I want to point out is that the biggest advantage loss says 0 seconds for Platinum, which suggests to me that he lost 0 advantages the
Yeah, and he
whole
did.
first half. Like he always
He was
tried to use the Uber ads he had. Really cool.
Yeah, despite always being ahead, they never gave up any advantages. So
Yeah, it makes me think of that one Uber from their second into mid while Quad Damage had a sniper where they were able to clean up their flank with the superior heals and then just take a better fight.
yeah, that was probably one of the more interesting fights. They kind of wrapped him behind. They had that sniper, so they couldn't take the fight super seriously and couldn't get as much damage. And then players got wrapped behind and all that, and it ended up being a positive play for them. But yeah, definitely an interesting one, definitely long one. Uh, I'm excited to see if. Well, what do you think quad damage has to do to be able to take this W? As Lucrative is apparently on the amputator. Um, medic mains are screaming at him to switch, but
Do those medic mains include yourself?
I am a avid solemn vow user. I think it's just quote simply better than anything else. But Lucrative apparently thinks the slightly different.
Yeah. I'd say this is my uneducated take. Well, semi-educated. I am playing main this season, but maybe give Ed a little more heals.
Okay.
make sure your team is focusing the other team's players properly, since it seems like Kronge is outplaying them as a team in that regard, judging by the stats. Again, this may or may not be true. This is just based off of what I'm observing. Figure out a way to win mid-fights is a big thing, because Kronge has taken all 3 mids so far. And while it's fair to say that those haven't had the hugest impact on this game since it's been so stalematy, taking mid-fights is definitely a big part of putting your team in a position to win.
Yeah. And we did see at the very end there, they were able to kind of roll around in to make it 2-1, as we do see I am getting... Oh, there we go. Server was lagging a little bit there as it continues to lag. But winning those mid fights, especially if you're able to kill the opposing medic and your medic lives, that's going to be a solid advantage. Usually converts into a round win. But
saw that in round 3 there, I think, where Kronge took the mid convincingly and just were able to roll it straight through to last in about 1 minute 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what happens when you kill the enemy medic and your medic lives.
Yep. So we are still just waiting on teams to ready up for this second half here. But I'm being told it should be soon. 90 seconds is the call.
Perfect.
Yeah. Ali's just been feeding the raccoons, but he's back now. He ran out of... So predictions for the second half. I'm going to be bold and continue with my original prediction of 5-1. I think Kronge will slowly but surely run away with this, as KUOD damage are forced to take more risks and try more things.
I still think this is going to go in favor of Kronge 4-2. I'll stay with my original prediction as well. Just the way the game's been going so far, only 3 rounds were taken in the first half. So I'm going to go with another 3 rounds being taken, making it 4-2. I don't think we're going to see a full 5 these games. This game is long and grindy. That first round took close to, I think, was it past 20 minutes? So I'm expecting it to be another slow game, slow rounds.
The match is paused again. I'm being told Lucrative has dropped from the server, or claiming Ali is missing. Not sure exactly what's going on, but we're just going to hang out until this gets resolved.
Yeah, not much to trying to think of anything else we can talk about here, but
could talk about none, things related not to this match.
how about those other games happening? I don't know exactly what's happening with those other games, but I'm excited for this the larger invite season. Oh, and what about that the combination of Div 1 and 2? Where we are seeing larger divs due to that one. That's gonna be good. Higher some teams moving down into main that were in Div 2 last season, and some teams moving up to invite. So
EU player Zesty made a graph based on pre-game scrims. It did suggest that mid-invite this season, 5 or 6 teams, including these 2, will all be in the middle of the table. Maybe going live again soon, as we are unpaused.
Yeah.
KUOD, we think this is live.
All right. This is...
Players are on mid, but...
Players are also going AFK, so...
Maybe a false start.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Lou. What we ever do
I'm
without
hearing
you?
a
and also
countdown
cursing us.
that may be real.
Yes, we are seeing a countdown as we are heading into this second half. As you do see
Alright.
it, whole lot of Kronge's Realm taking it 2-1 after the first one.
Right.
Half.
Here comes Nomi on mid. Gonna take his pack. Stocks is denied. They're like quad damage are slow to this mid, and Nomi's gonna get some free spam onto them as they get into choke.
Alex does go for the high bomb here, gets one rocket onto Nomi, but
Nomi
isn't
gets a
able to
nice
get down.
pipe.
Yeah, nice damage there. Gets the pick out of Paul Dice. That's gonna be one down. Do you see? Ooh, Platinum goes down. So that's gonna be the medic down. Do you see a lot of players happening? We do see quick pause and unpause there. I guess that was a.
Alright, I think this is where
Oh,
Lucrative
gosh.
dropped, which is super unfortunate since I'm being told that they may have just reset the match. Okay, because it may have been because it was the first mid and Lucrative timed out immediately.
Weird shenanigans with pauses and STB and whatnot. Guess what's going on.
Someone's asking in chat where they go to view the RGL match schedule. I think since we're still waiting on things to happen, I may as well navigate them through that. You go to RGL, make sure you're on the traditional sixes part of the website, and then go to drop-down menu under under League, and go to Matches. And there should be an invite tab there.
And from there, you can navigate to if you want to see a specific teams match or if you just want to see the matches happening this week. In Invite, we do see 2 matches per week. So each team will be playing on, I believe it is Tuesdays and Wednesdays usually, but those matches can be rescheduled.
Yeah. It is a pick ban format, which means that both teams will choose maps that they want to play and not play. As I'm being told, we are going live again. Restart the second half. Here we go.
Right.
Countdown's coming in. Try this again. We'll see if KUOD are slow again.
All right. So did say earlier, it is whole lot of Kronge Realm up 2-1 as we head to this next mid. Do you see start getting there at a pretty good time as both demos do get there.
Nobody gets the pack again. They're trying to.
Do you see interesting little damage they're hitting up by the roamers as we do see Pollock does go down. So there's one soldier down as we do see Animus also get traded. So 5 years. Oh, the Skelly gets some rockets out of Lucrative. Lucrative goes so low, leaves at 20 health.
Oh,
ooh, it finally goes down at the end.
But it's
Platinum is getting bombed by foe. Oh,
just Skelly and Platinum in their sewer.
Yeah, they're stuck behind. So this is
Platinum's only at
60%. Yeah, they're gonna get pinched here by Paul Dog very soon. As Paul Dog does come in, this is gonna spell the end.
Skelly doing his best, but
he does get the pick. He does get the one trade off. But it is a very late medic death, gonna spell a pretty large and sizable ad for Lucrative in the quad team.
This is
they
a good
are able to get this
opportunity
mid.
for them.
Yeah, this is one of the better opportunities they've had so far. Hopefully they're able to roll this in. They know they have a pretty big ad. And yeah, Kronge Realm is already out of second.
Yeah. Nobody's got some traps set up on the point. Will they check it? I think Alexandros sees them, and he does. Nomi does dead. Nothing out of it, and KUOD will continue to roll into last off this sizable Uber advantage. Gun coming up, but it's only just now level 2. They're just getting the last dredges of this Uber ready, and we should see a push in here momentarily.
Yeah, they are hopefully being tipped in as the Uber does get popped in quick. They think the gun is on one side, but it's on the other, but they still take it down pretty early. The Platinum is going to be able to get the Ubers. They do pop it nice once they get it. And if they haven't lost anybody yet, they do have the heavies. This is going to be what looks like a pretty good hold for Kronge Realm, so good job by them. They kind of faked it out with that gun position. You saw Stock bombed into the top right, expecting a gun to be there, but there was no gun. Once the gun down, they switched to a heavy like we've been seeing. And we're kind of back to the same last hold kind of thing. We are seeing even Ubers, so it is going to be slightly more interesting, maybe some funny classes as Jonathan Michael goes on to NG.
Yeah. We'll see what Lucrative and crew want to do with it, or you could say KUOD and crew. I'm getting tangled up in the semantics of everything. They are just going to take an exchange through one here. That's very aggressive. They do force Platinum's Uber out. They'll chase it back, and nothing really comes to that. I feel like they might want to take a dry fight if they're just going to exchange Ubers like that. Just get the Ubers out of the way, then they can go in and punish. Nomi getting caught in lobby. They get 2
and
picks off that.
And Skelly as well, and the gun gets picked off on phone. That's a very aggressive gun position just sitting on point. It is easily spammable though, as you are going to see it go down. It is 2 down for each team, the demo down for each team, so just slightly even. You see both soldiers up in favor of KUOD, but it doesn't look like it's going to spell another fight as Platinum has a pretty sizable disad actually. He's got roughly 30% disads, but you see KUOD here, it looks like they're not giving this up for free. They know they have this Uber out, at least they should know.
Rumors trade out in hotbox, and it's just going to stabilize for now. Phone's on Sniper. I don't know if they know they have this 20% ad, but it's soon going to go away here.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're really playing like they know, so it is going to even up as Phone is on Sniper, as you said, so maybe get some hero shots. I'm definitely going to be on Phone's cam. So he has the pick on the soldier, and he is
body
get
shots the soldier.
He's peeking through 5 right now. They do know he's at 5, so they're kind of saving that out with those stickies.
The scout every time the scout shoots one, the demo just puts another one right back down, so he's locked out of that position. But him really aggressive. He's crossing some sight lines. This is very dangerous.
Platinum goes down.
That's extremely risky as a medic.
Yeah, that was a very guess, but he does get force, so the bomb does get removed from Alex, and it does get the force onto the Uber. So this is going to be now full Uber ad. Oh, but Paul Doug also goes down. That's not good. If Paul Doug is able to live there, they might have been able to take that back in. But with his death, they are actually going to have to give up second here at this full ad.
Yeah, because of Platinum's positioning, Phone was able to hit an 80 damage body shot, and their quad damages soldiers were able to commit for the force off of that. So really well coordinated by KUOD.
Yeah,
they may struggle here
Skelly
to push back into
is
second with a sniper,
pretty
though.
Aggressively behind in IT, so he might be able to get a nice quick bomb if Paul Doug doesn't get the damage numbers. Looks like he is going to go and try to get the force out here as they're kind of sitting. Gets one rocket. Oh! He accidentally shoots Alex mid-air when he was trying to shoot Lucrative.
They traded air shots, I think.
That was an interesting one. Definitely, I think looks like he was aiming for Lucrative there, trying to get a rocket on and try to get that force. As you do see the Ubers evening up. Jonathan Michael is on Sniper, and he sees the headshot onto it. Stock Phone is also on Sniper, so maybe able to get something too as he tries to peek out here. Oh! Animus also goes down. So it's a scout down and a demo down here. Stock does pop soon as the Ubers do get traded early. Looks like this is just going to be a pretty standard Uber exchange we've been seeing time and time again in this game. So you do see Luke does get caught out, so he gets out.
All damage are going to commit.
So low.
Although gets the med. Not great health on Kronge's side. They do get a couple spawners, though.
Stock is very low, but he does able to get the health. It looks like KUOD isn't going to be able to take this. Both medics died. That was an interesting one. Definitely, as Nomi types in chat, what the trade? Because that was a very interesting fight for both teams, but Kronge is able to take it as we do see aggression into mid here. So far, no picks just yet. As players go down so low. The health is not ideal for Kronge as we head this fight.
Full on 12-man scrum.
Yeah, nothing happening just yet, but the players are still low. Stock does go down, so that's not a very good pick there. We do see Skelly go down as well as Ed. That's to be a lot of fragging potential gone for KUOD as they do get bullied out of mid here. Both medics are sitting roughly 20 ad for Platinum, so not a super large ad. Not much
not giving them
but they're
space
not
to
giving this up
breathe.
for free. They're trying to fight, and as I say that, they are
Water
finally
out.
giving it up. And not a pushable size, pushable Uber ad, so you're going to see back to this same scenario.
That was really smart by Kronge because they killed stock on that mid fight. That means no traps, no demo man. So they're able to just walk through doors and through launchpad for free and fully quad damage out. We'll pick off Jonathan, Michael, and Lobby, but that may have been just a sack since it's even Ubers.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you went over. He might switch to sniper as Paul Dog. Tries to get a sack, but actually doesn't die there as Alex comes in here. Did you see just tons of aggression? Skelly and Phone do trade. We do see Jonathan Michael staying on Scout. Maybe Skelly will switch, but it looks like we're just going to take the fight here, but Animus goes down instantly to look like a trap from stock. So that's going to spell any kind of aggression.
Scout on the point.
Jonathan Michael on the point a long time and gets frags too. He gets a pick onto Ed as well.
That's very scary.
Yeah, lots of trades to the point. Nearly got capped in a weird scenario. But
as a defending team, that shakes your mentality. Kronge are taking a fight in lobby here very aggressively. They won't pick off Phone for it.
Animus does peek aggressively and does go down, so it's going to even him back up to 5v5s. You do see the Uber come out. Does get traded nice early.
Ali gets...
Is he live? No, he isn't. The flash unable to get to him.
Ali
the damage focus bar
juggled so hard. Oh my god. They will rotate out. Paul goes for the counter sack. Ali as well. And
Paul and Alex go down though. So this could spell some aggression in favor of Kronge here as they do push into lobby. They do have the players. They're getting a player rolling out as they know they have these players. Oh! But Nomi goes down to the trap from stock. Phone does get an Animus goes
just
down
3
as well.
up. The scout's on the point. The heavy is too slow. Just barely gets up in time. I really love this. These two teams are willing to take unorthodox trades and just like commit their whole team to an exchange in a place where it normally would be disadvantageous, and somehow like magicians they're making it work at least some of the time.
Yeah, weird fights happening. We do see a fight happening here in lobby. They still have the heavy sitting on last. Oh,
Lucrative goes down.
Dies with 95% Ubers. The Uber gets popped out of Kronge. This looks like this might be the round taken for Kronge as the fight still rings out here.
There's a spy still hopping around.
John Michael went for the spy play, not thinking his team would outright win the fight. So they do see it. It is now 3-1 in favor of Kronge. So, and that one took 10 minutes. That was a 10-minute round. So, as we saw from the last one, long, grindy rounds from both sides. Skelly goes in deep, unable to get anything done so far. He is low, but he does get healed up. Ooh, Nomi is really low, and he is going to get caught out. Looks like Platinum also gets some rockets on him. Looks like the trades do come out. Alex goes down as well as Lucrative. Jonathan Michael gets followed up with the kills. It is 2 down, but Lucrative's down, so that's no heals.
Oh my
gosh. To sell out for Platinum, but that's not going to happen. This
good mid from Skelly, cleaning up those kills.
Yeah, looks like, ooh. Anos does go down. Paul Dog is alive in Al-Qaeda as just jukes out Skelly, so he is going to be able to live. But that's a full Uber advantage. They are taking it nice and slow, not taking anything super aggressive here, but full Uber ad is quite sizable. It's a very pushable amount.
Yeah. Quad damage are established on seconds, so my guess is that they will try to force the Uber in some way as Kronge attempt to push through, but they got traps up.
Yeah, the ad is dwindling now, closer to only 40%. But Lucrative is playing a nice job. They're playing nice and safe as they do come in. Here's the Uber does get forced. That's exactly what they wanted. Animus is just going to try to run in here, try to get as much done, try to get anything done, but isn't able to, as we do see a big bomb from Skelly. Does get the pick onto stock though. That's a demo down.
He does massive damage to the team as well, but Lucrative has Uber now. Scout running in through 4. Is that Animus? Yes, it is.
That is Animus, and he's going to get taken down, as you'd expect. Does get some damage off, but at least kind of the counter stack here, stock does compose. That is the extra player. Looks like they want to take this right through 1. They kind of catch Ali just kind of sitting pretty, but he's able to get out alive, so they do take second here.
Really attempting to trade with the player in Hotbox, does not get what he wanted. So KUOD push mid with Uber advantage. That is pretty slim at this point.
Yeah, it's getting down to even Ubers here as Pliny does. Oh, but lucrative drops to a trap.
Really good trap.
Not?
Yeah.
It was a trap.
He pipes Ed as well. Soldier's flying in, trying to cause anything, but there's not much left of KUOD.
No, and this is back to this full Uber edge scenario as they are going to give up second for free here. And now I'd expect to try to see a Pyro or a Heavy come out quickly, try to deny this Uber. Heavy's been working, so maybe we'll see that as we head into this. We do see Phone hopping an NG actually, but they do pop Uber quickly.
The Uber's already in. Like, they're killing their team in upper. The Soldier's living for far longer than he should.
Oh, and he gets the pick onto Nomi too. That's not what you want to see. You can't have that
4v4. No demo for either team.
Yes, there's no more stickies. You can't toss those in point, as it is going to go in favor of Kronge. I mean, 4-1 now. This is closer to your prediction. The way this game is going so far, you might get this prediction. All they need is one round.
Yeah. Kronge just like said, well, all four of us are going to stand on the point. What are you going to do about it? And KUOD couldn't do what they needed.
With the fast one gets the pick in the stock, but he does get traded out. So nice job by the team. But that demo down on mid is disadvantageous. But the Bobs come deep onto Plinium as they do get taken down. Lucrative is going to be able to get out alive here unless they bomb in extremely fast. But they try to chase. But it looks like Lucrative is going to be able to live here with that Uber ad. The team comes in deep, but unable to get
Scout and Lobby might get caught here. It's 2-shot by Ed. Nice pick from him. They did not. You could tell he did not expect two players to be there in his face. The real push mid with Uber ad.
This Uber ad, they know they have a full Uber dis ad here, so they are playing it pretty passively.
Skelly's in
giving
behind.
up Smith for free.
It's gonna get free rockets on to Lucrative, but a great serve.
Yeah, really good serve onto that upper roof there over sewer. He's gonna spell not much here. The dude looks like they're pushing through IT, so they're gonna take this nice and
nobody's
quick
spotting
into
this. Soldier gets some great spam off, but
yeah, that good spam actually kind of forced them. Lucrative didn't want to drop any of his players. Ed went down very low, as well as Paul Dog. So, great job, good spam. Did you see Uber coming in nice and early too? Nomi goes deep.
Very deep. But he is able to catch him.
This team isn't really helping, and that's because they're on last, because there's still players trying to get in there.
It's a chaotic fight.
Yeah, this is very odd.
Player.
The demo 1v1 happening on second. Here's Jonathan Michael as the wipe comes through.
The control point is being contested.
What a fight. What a weird fight.
Seems like there are players fighting everywhere, but overall, Kronge takes all the 1v1s. Ali gets railed by a sniper in forwards, but he'll just backspawn.
Yeah, he does go to backspawn as Alex is going to get caught in choke there. It is a pretty sizable 40-35-ish ad in favor of Platinum, so it is enough to push off of here. But Stock is putting up traps wherever players can come from. Still one player down, so it is possible that they take this for free. And it looks like they're wanting to take this as they're playing very passively on second here.
We'll just see Kronge doing their due diligence, trying to clear these stickies, not wanting to get forced by a bomber. Ali in to take space.
Ali goes very deep, takes some space. Oh, interesting views. I don't exactly know why. Didn't
Nobody's getting so deep,
but
and he gets Lucrative and Phone.
Lucrative was getting close to Uber. Absolutely nuts. Standout performance there, getting lots of frags.
This might be the map.
Yeah.
There's two players up on.
This 1v1 is going to actually spell the end. And that's going to be the GG's. Your prediction was right. Kronge take it 5-1 over quad damage for the first game of the RGL Season 5 season.
Wow.
Yeah, that was quite a different game, actually, from the first one. A lot more aggression from Kronge, and they were able to take those 3 rounds faster than anything the last half.
Yeah, that bomb in there from Nomi really winning them that round. The catches lucrative, and I think the pocket scout, and that damage allows his scout to clean up stock, and there's just no one left.
Yeah, that was just insane damage, and because of that, they were able to clean up all the kills and weren't able to get the spawners up at times. We do see logs.
Oh my god, Animus dropping a 50 bomb on that map.
50 bomb! Holy.
Very,
wow.
very, like, both teams willing to take a lot of
30
fights.
frags. Wow, that is pretty nuts. And not just getting the 50 bomb, but also doing the most damage in the server. So not just doing the scout cleanup that you usually see, but just doing tons of damage, being an absolute thorn in their side of quad damage, as you said last time. Wow, that's pretty decisive, I guess. And if you look at the kills, lucrative did drop 2 times in that last one, once to a trap and once to a nice little rocket. What else stands out about these logs here?
Again, Kronge with a sizable kill advantage. It seems like when fights got scrappy in general, they as a team were able to like focus down players and just come out on top of those scrappy fights more often. And both teams were really willing to take unorthodox trades where they just, in a situation where you normally wouldn't, they just take an exchange through a door where the other team's not expecting it, and it got really messy a lot. Doc did get more damage, so congrats to those who predicted that he would outdamage Nomi.
It looks like a total of 6 people got that one correct, so good job to them. It is a very close game, though, in the demo department. The damage was only separated by what looks like not much at all. Not much at all. It was 300 damage difference between the 2 demos, so very close in terms of them. But I think the standout performance has to be Animus. Just dropping that 50 bomb. You cannot walk away from a game and not say Animus had a humongous impact in that one. And also, I mean, 26 Ubers for Platinum compared to the 15 from Quad, or for Lucrative. So, absolute.
Did he lose any advantages in the second half? Because we know he didn't lose any in the first half.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did not lose any advantages total. I'd have to. I do not have access to logs. I'm having trouble. So
my logs say major advantages lost 0 to Lucrative's 6 major advantages lost. That's not solely on a medic. Sometimes like your team might bleed a couple players and you're not able to like push off your advantages.
Yeah, and sometimes you want to wait for your sniper to try to get something done or do some sacks to try to get some stuff. So not always on the medic there, but great job by both teams. Kronge take it 5-1. So your prediction is right. Congratulations, Shears.
Maybe I should make more predictions.
Maybe you should hop into the betting game or something. Casuals
you mean the stock
supposed to
market?
bet, but
if I were a betting man, I'd have put my stock in on GameStop earlier this week. Well,
I guess there's not much to it anymore. I guess that covers most of it.
Yeah. Do you have any shout outs you want to make?
I'll leave the shout out to our good boy Looster 200 on production, as well as Ire for setting a lot of this up as well. Ire's a big name in the TFTV side of things, setting up a lot of stuff. So thank you to both
I
of
swear
them.
this man is always awake doing something for the TF2 scene. It's actually unreal the amount
As
of
well
work he
as
does.
he's one of the I think he's the admin for Invite. So the man is always doing something, it seems.
Shout out to me and Nick's main sixes team. I know a couple of you in our, as well as some people from our broader social group are in chat. So shout out to y'all. That's about it, really.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. I guess we can close it down then.
Yep. Well, this has been Shears, Nick the Giant, and Looster 200 on the camera. This has been the start of our season's coverage of RGL Season 5 Invite Sixes, and we hope you enjoyed the match. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.